Can I have you say with me, my financial heritage in redemption is real. But I can only take delivery on his terms. So help me, Jesus, to align with your terms of financial abundance as my new way of life. As my new way of life. I don't want to threaten you, but listen to this. If you are not a tither, you are not a candidate. The journey begins with tithing. With what? It's a transaction between here and heaven, where the windows of abundance are open. Tithing. I don't want to shock you again, but let me say this to you because I owe you that duty. If you are not a corporate tither, your system can be going through stress. God doesn't need it, you need it. We got on that key, 87. We went flying and soaring. The day this church will beg will never happen to Jesus. Never, 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 forever. Never, forever. Never. Never, never. So your business will not know any stress or strain again. As you line up, that man said I used to get upset when they mentioned it. But I said to myself, I better put this to work. And then things change. Maybe someone in that condition. You know, all the purposes I like, but this corporate tithing, it's not normal. Well done. Any truth not normal with you makes you a victim. You can't get what he says because he won't break his covenant.
Yes, sir.
You can. If you prosper and your business does not prosper, it will drain your prosperity and reduce to poverty. If you have the windows of heaven over your life, not over your business, can you imagine me now going to pay the bills of this church? Which kind of prosperity is that? Nobody will tell you this. Oh. Only a genuine father.
Yes, sir.
Who desires for you to be better than him,
yes, sir,
will tell you this. Your business made 10,000 naira profit. What is the problem with 1,000 there? Lift up your two hands to heaven. Grace to align with the terms of the covenant of abundance. I receive. Pray for that grace. The giving grace is the way out, not the prayer of an apostle. The giving grace is the way out. Receive that giving grace. Receive it. Renew your commitment for those who have made it before. Make your fresh commitment for those who have never made it. Whether you are an apostle or a prophet, you are not a giver, you can't prosper. You are not a giver, you can't prosper. Whether you are a founder or a worker in a ministry, you can't prosper without being a giver. Tithing is the foundation of our giving life. It opens the windows and blocks the devourer from tampering with your resources. Brand new day, brand new day, brand new day, brand new day, brand new hour. In Jesus' precious name we have prayed. The one thing I can pray for you is grace to go and take covenant responsibility. If I say, be prosper, it's a fake prayer. Prosperity is released and delivered on well-defined terms. I invoke the prophetic of the ministry upon you is just emotion. You are not lying, but it's emotion. It's not revelation. Grace to go and take covenant is the only prayer I pray for you. If you let that prayer get answered, then you are free. Grace to go and take covenant responsibility. Grace to go and take You know, my grandmother said to me when I asked her, what do you do? Why do you carry this money to church every Sunday? He said, that is God's portion that makes the remainder meaningful. It was her tithe from her business. Every week, old people go to church to take communion in preparation for the day they will go. Right? She will carry her own thing. And I said, what are you carrying? He said, that's God's portion. Won't you give God this portion to make the remainder meaningful? How long will you be struggling? How long? Somebody gave you 1,000 for free. He said, bring me 100 naira to acknowledge that you got it. He said, no. Okay, where will you get the next 1,000? Where will you get it? banate. So ask God when you meet him if I miss my tithe once. And I know where it began. I know where grace has brought me to. You better stop playing game and be carrying big Bible around. Wake up and take responsibility. Lift up your two hands and receive that prayer. Now, Father, in the name of Jesus, I pray over these precious saints for release of grace to take covenant responsibility so as to take delivery of their financial fortune heritage. Let it be in the name of Jesus. Everything contesting with your commitment comes under a curse. I therefore welcome you on that basis to a word of financial fortune. Lift up your two hands and give God thanks.